Then you can come back this side. Let's see, connecting.
Okay. You have started streaming?
Yes, we have. Let's redo that again. Restart it.
Okay.
Reconnecting. Okay, fair enough. So let's just check that it streams as the right window. The stream window is okay. And then
how come it says loading over here?
It does, it's not an issue. Then we can do sorry, one thing you have to do, go back. You're not seeing, no, you're not. So we can replace, what do we do? Again, what we need to
do. Are you
do.
also going to this one?
So here name good webcam, that's the one, okay. So I'm going to put this here and make it visible. Then we just do a little bit of out, stretch it out a little bit. You may have to move closer to me, move closer to me. Move your seat closer, move your seat closer. Closer, yeah, not in front, okay, that's fine. Then you're good to go. Take your mic.
Sit down. Yeah.
So my chest.
Done.
Yeah, okay. So then you can do out here. Good. So I'm going to interchange us. So you become the big view and become the small view. That's okay.
Why?
Well,
I like this side.
You like the size?
I like the side.
Fine. So actually it's better use of the space. So that's fine. Let's keep it that way. Great. So now we are both visible and we can.
What of your hand has been seen?
It's all right. No biggie. Now, there's something I've heard on you. Let's pick it up.
My hand is cut. Oh no, my hand is.
Move that down. It's visible. We're already streaming, by the way. Yeah. We already started. So let's come to this place. And what we're going to do. Oh, no. Not yet. That was the wrong thing that clicked. Copy that. Almost. Close.
You would have to do all that again.
I have to?
Do all that again?
No, I don't have to.
56, 55, 54, 53.
I don't understand.
52, 51.
Okay. So, Control V. So this is, we are covering the Kenya National Youth Chess Championship.
But I'm facing your notifications.
No, they're not. That's why I'm telling you to put it on the other browser. This browser doesn't have, nobody can see this one. So, coverage.
And if they see it?
Youth warm-up matches. Tornelo plus Ariel Live plus Arian Live plus Hera Live.
Did you almost call me Ariella?
Come on, Hera, come on. How many times does that happen?
Very many times.
Correct. Just okay. Okay, so let's see. Chess updates.
Happy Valentine's Day.
There you go. Fair enough. So let's see. If we go back to our stream, let's just see how the games are going. And what will happen on this game. Yeah, okay, so let's see what's going on with the games. There's a good chance what we have to do a little bit on this window that we don't miss out much.
The last on time. Analyze game. Go back to
Hera. Please, yes. You're on a stream. You have to remember that. So what I'm doing is just allowing us some space to be scrolling up and down. So the way I'm going to do that is just reduce the size of this window increase the size up, increase the size down. Sorry, that didn't work nicely. Okay, then you can press Alt. Okay, so it's not as tidy, but because of a lot of scrolling up and down, we will have to do this.
At least I tried.
I did a good job with the setup, but for the purpose of this stream, you don't have much of an option. Why is it not scrolling downwards? I'm not sure why.
Daddy,
Yeah,
my
maybe it's
game
at the
has
very
started.
bottom. Then you'll be playing here live and we'll just see you.
Because 15 minutes
Great.
has already gone.
Good luck. Oh, thank you, Ian Murara, for that comment. With good luck. Good luck to you, Hera. I think that is that's been spoken to you. The one who's playing. So let's see. Back to lobby. Where is the lobby? How do we go back to lobby?
Go, scroll up and down.
Below years. Okay, so there's just round one. That's ongoing.
There are only 3 people.
There are very few people, yes. So above 10 years is where we have a lot of games, and you can see how the games are going. Let's click on one. Okay, so this is ongoing. So this is a game between Bran Mata and Enoch Baruch. So let's see how this started. E4, let's just confirm that we are within view. Yes, we are. And actually what we're going to do is just set up our phone on the other side so we can keep track of that. And very quickly go out to chase updates. Look at that. So whenever we're out of view, you can see. Turn off that. Yes, Ian, the tactic sessions should help her. Ian says the tactic session should help you win the tournament. All right. So, and Mama's brought lunch. Now, how will you play chess, stream, and eat lunch? You want to eat your lunch? Great. So here we go. We first move e4, b6. So this is called the Piak system. It's one of these log games where you.
It's not the sliver.
Yeah. Scandinavian. Scandinavian is d5. This
No,
is
but
d6.
the slide.
Scandinavian.
No, it's like
Slav.
yes.
No, the Slav is d4, d5, c4, e6. This is the Scandinavian. Okay, so normally you play e4 because you have the chance, but this developing the piece is okay. Now this becomes like a Philido defense. Philido is where when you attack the pawn, if you had played e4, e5, I attack the pawn in defense this way. This is now called the Philido. Okay. So these are called transposition. You start one way, become something else.
Why do you move the knight there before he moves the knight to attack?
Why do I?
Move the knight there before he moves the knight to attack.
Because you develop your piece. Develop this knight, you want to play it here, and you want to bring it to the center. So remember that we're developing our pieces very early. So this is a good move. These guys can come into play. So this is, you don't need to wait for him to attack. This is an okay move. It's better, it's a very good move to play that.
So sure I know what I will play here, which that
Then bishop, yes, you play a bishop here. And then you play the pawn here. So this is just a bad move, but this is a good move. He can't attack my bishop right away. The bishop is very active, attacking that square already. So already things like this become a possibility. This is like a weak square normally many times. So this is a very well-placed bishop. The bishop is very active. And so he develops his bishop, planning to castle. Castling, correct, putting the king into safety, castling, putting the king into safety, very good. So black hasn't developed these last two pieces. White hasn't developed this guy, the rooks are not joined. So develops, opens for this bishop, which is a good move. Then now he wants to take advantage of the center. He wants to play the move d5, so you support it this way. What's going to happen if he plays d5? He picks back with the pawn, and then this pawn will be hanging. So maybe you should play this bishop back, so that if he plays this move, you just pick the pawn. You just pick, then pick a pawn.
Is there an eye over here?
So you can watch. I think I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so bishop g5, not bad. This removes the defender for this square. So if you play this move, you can pick and then you'll win this pawn. All right, so not bad. And I'm seeing Ian Murara saying, okay, business is deleted. Thank you, Ian. And then bishop here, adding an extra defense for the square e5. So basically, it's a question of you want to play this move. How many people are defending that square for white? 1, 2, 3. How many are defending for black? 1, 2. Now, if this bishop was here, it would still just be 2 because this guy would be removed on that pawn. But now you had a third one because this one is already being neutralized. Attacking the defender, all right? So that is picked. And now this pawn, the file has opened up, and this pawn push will now definitely happen. Okay, so giving out your bishop for the knight is not a very good idea, especially because now the rook comes up one step if he wants to. Okay, picks with the bishop, defending the pawn, not bad. Then now the rooks are joined, queen goes to a central square. Good move. Then the last piece is developed. See, these people are playing very good chess. They're developing their pieces. And then, okay, so this is not ideally a very good move, and I'll tell you why. You see, there's a half-open file here. So already, this rook is very active on this square. Already, this rook is X-raying. Can you see this pawn? Okay. So if you move this rook out of here, you're not seeing. You cannot see it there because that's a bit of a delay. If you move this rook out of here, you are removing the defender of this pawn. So you should plan to either move this pawn to steps so that these rooks can neutralize each other. But otherwise, you allow him a lot of power here. And you will see that happening. So the rook moves out of the way. Then this is, I'm not sure why this move, because you wanted to play here. So bring a rook to a file you're going to open. And you open using an opener, which is a pawn moving up to steps. Thank you. Okay, so d5 is finally played. And now I see why. If you pick this way, you have to pick back this way. But picking with the c pawn is not good because then you have 3 pawn islands. Pawn islands is how the pawns are connected. So 2 pawns here, 3 pawns here, and 3 here. It's better to collect this way because your pawns will come strong in one chain. Okay, so he picks. Okay, picks the right way. But then this rook is now wasted being there because it's not doing anything on that file. Okay, so this one allows, you can't pick this pawn because when you pick this pawn, this bishop is attacking this pawn and this rook is attacking the pawn. So already you can see the mistake of having moved this knight, this rook from here. This rook was better placed. So he picks the bishop, which is not bad. Queen picks the bishop. And now he's made a mistake. Already, you see what I told you? If this rook were here, this pawn would not be weak. But now the pawn is weak and the pawn can be picked. So he picks the pawn with check. It's undefended. Okay. Queen out. Okay. So this is a pretty interesting move. I'm wondering why, but he could have played just this rook here and then brings the second rook in without making, because you see, you move this pawn, now this guy becomes weak. So this knight can later move up and come back this way. Maybe queen comes down to prevent checkmate. That's a good move. If the queen is picked, very nice. So now he brings to the open file. Oh, but the knight was hanging. The queen was attacking the knight. He didn't see that. So then the rook moves here. So the other thing I told you to look at is yeah, so black won. How did black win this? Okay, black won the checkmate. All right, so let's see how that has gone. He picks. Oh, this was such a bad move, no? Oh, that's a check. Okay, so he picks. Rook is under attack. Queen is attacked. Check. Check. Goes up. Then exchanging of the queens. Okay. So Brand Matter, I hope is not the same Brand Matter, because this is a youth tournament, and Brand Matter is not is not you. So Brand, if you're listening, then maybe you'll be playing the wrong game, unless this is a young man called Brand Matter or Brand Matter Junior. So now remember, in the end game, you activate your king. Hera?
Maybe you took that name because he's a strong player.
All right. So you activate your king. See where the king was? But now it's the end game. So your king becomes a really powerful piece. See? Make a passed pawn. And then now bring your king forward. So moving this pawn allows the king to move forward. And it's not a good thing. Otherwise, this king cannot pass. Here you're seeing?
Yeah.
There. So king now comes. There. And I think the games must have started. Now he's going to make a new queen.
The game has started playing.
It has. Okay. right?
I like starting my clock.
Fair enough. Let me leave you. Let me just check whether you're streaming.
May I not eat on the stream?
Yes, you can eat on the stream. I'm going to prepare for something else. And no,
Dad. Dad.
Harry streaming. Yes.
I'm doing my bishop. I want to castle. I want to move out into one. Tilo, wait, Mama. Wait, please wait. 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 Tilo, please wait. I am. Okay. Okay. Please. What's it? Shh. Please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. I'm not gonna make it. Please keep quiet. Please. Okay. Check if this is chocolate. It is chocolate. Stop it. Hello, please keep quiet. Please stop it. Please. Tell me, please. I won my game. Yes. No, you did. Please keep quiet. Okay. Next round. Dad. Please keep quiet. I won. Yeah. Thank you. We need your help. Or below 10. Where are you going, Dad?
I want to go to. There's something you're doing.
No.
Your work related, yes. So let's see.
I
How
thought
you
you
going
were
to
going
go?
to get the bike.
We will go and get them at some point. So you're still streaming. So let's see. Where was the game? In area versus. So let's view the game.
We already viewed it.
We already viewed it. It's not time.
It is. Queen Aria.
Jilin Kagwapi. Okay. A nice checkmate. But let's see how it went. All right. So, I saw some things that I thought you'd look at. So E4, always a good move to start there. And then knight C6, developing a knight, not a bad move. The move is excellent. Take up the center when you have the chance. And then played this move, attacking your pawn. Now, please don't defend the pawn with this pawn.
Why?
You're opening up your king. Remember, I've told you this one. Use this piece. You can use this piece, but this piece is always best, almost always. When you're starting out until you've understood your tactics. Okay. So here, he's attacking the pawn a second time. Have you seen? But then he played this move. Okay, this is a good move. But I don't know if you know the reason why. Because if you pick picks, you can pick the pawn a second time. Did you see that? Okay. Yeah. So pay attention. What is this thing doing? It's attacking that pawn and pick a pick. So just keep doing those mathematics in your head. Then he played this move. Can you pick that pawn?
The big king picks.
With what?
Knight.
Which knight? Okay. Yeah. So Brant Dula says, nice. Thank you. Tyrian Chess Africa, baby, is a premier. If you want to teach your children chess, join Tyrian Chess Africa, and that's the team that is saying it's open to everyone. Even Clement Mihes was registered, and also the tournament is open to everybody, not just it's under 10/10. Very nice. So picks This is a free pawn basically. And when you play here, you're attacking this knight. When the knight runs away, then you can pick this pawn with this pawn. And this piece is pinned, so it can't escape. You're winning a piece. Okay, you play here, you move back.
And if you eat with the queen, bring the queen to the center.
This queen will eat that queen. So remember these X-ray businesses. So I pick here, opening up an X-ray. When a pawn moves or a piece moves, a new line is opened. So anyway, you defended with that move. Now you've made so many pawn moves and you haven't developed. So generally try and develop your pieces. When you have a chance to protect with pieces, go ahead and do that. So like in this position, if you have to defend, you would have used the knight. But now you see this pawn also is sitting on the knight's best square. That's why you don't want to move this pawn here. Because now the knight will be forced to come to e2. Can you see?
And which it was already forced to.
Yeah, that's because of this move f3, which is not a good move in this position. There are places where it's a good move, but when you're starting chess, just learn it this way. All right, so bishop comes out. Like this is a beautiful move, correct move. Bishop goes to a very active diagonal, defends that pawn. Now if you pick, he picks with the bishop. So he's played very economically, the right moves. He played a pin. That pin is okay. Now this pawn is under attack. He defends that pawn with the bishop, developing his bishop. You see, he's made very nice moves. 2 pawn moves to connect, pick the center. He's not wasting time on pawn moves.
Those are nice moves.
They're very nice moves. He's only made 2 moves. You see, you've made 4 pawn moves. He has made 2 pawn moves. Who is ahead in development? Let's see who has more pieces out. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out. You have only 2. Yet you had the first move. So how did he end up overtaking you in development?
How did I end up checkmating him?
We'll see. That's maybe puzzle rush. Okay. So now you play your knight to a square that's not the best square. Can you see? Because you'd made a pawn move.
Isn't that the best square for where the knight can go?
At this time. But if you remembered from the very beginning, if you hadn't played the knight to f3, you'd have had a chance. Okay?
My knight or my pawn?
Your pawn, this pawn move was not a good pawn move. Hera, that's what I'm telling you. Because that was the natural square for the knight. Now the knight is forced to go to a less than active square. Where it can't even go to g5 and threaten checkmate. So he castles. Castling is very good. So your opponent is playing like in this position, your opponent is better. Believe it or not. Okay, maybe tactically you can win something. For example, here, picks. He'll just pick. Actually, here, maybe you can pick maybe whenever there are many pieces attacking each other here, don't be lazy about it. Just think about it carefully. What would happen? Look at this. If I pick this knight, he picks. I pick this, or I start by picking this pawn. Then I pick this knight, then pick this pawn. This can be a fork. This pawn here can be a fork, attacking the bishop and the knight.
And if the bishop is moved?
The queen eats that bishop. That's why you're picking here first, so that he picks this way. Then he picks this, he picks with the pawn. Although he can pick with the knight, all right. So, but in general, black is better in this position. Then now you castle, which is an excellent move. He develops his queen, joining the rooks, which is a good thing. Now where's your queen going? Okay. Brings a rook to an open file, not bad. I would have brought the other rook, but it's fine. Okay, now you break the pawns. So you should have done that the first move, okay? It's okay. And then now you bring your queen, develop your last knight, very nice. Now the problem is this knight is going to the corner of the board, which is always generally a bad move.
Daddy, the reason why I didn't want to bring it in the center is because it's going to block where my queen wants to go.
Correct. And do you know why this knight has to come here? Because you played a pawn move. Now the knight can't go to its natural square. This pawn is blocking your knight. So your knight has to go away from the game. You want to checkmate the king on that side. All right. Queen goes out. Now you want to win a pawn here. It's attacking 2 times. 1, 2. Your queen goes up 1 step. Okay. Okay. Good move. Okay, of course he can win a pawn here by picking. I don't know why he's not done it, but maybe it's possible. Picks pawn. Picks a free bishop. Good job. Queen out there, threatening checkmate. In a few, not immediately. Queen goes to threaten checkmate. And this is...
Then he goes to the worst possible square.
Then nicer checkmate. Good job.
The worst possible square.
All right.
Isn't that the worst possible square?
It is the worst possible square. All right, let's see. Round 3 hasn't started. So
I am number 5 in the whole game.
So round 2 under 10, let's see the standings. You're currently 5th and you missed the first round. All right, let's look at another game that's ongoing.
Let me get something, I'm coming back.
Yeah, so the game you want to watch here is a game between Jody Imani Kilonzo and Clefas Mbugwa. And it hasn't started. So basically, Jody hasn't played a move. Jody, if you can hear us, just come out and play. And let's look at a few more games. Okay, in this position, it seems as if no move was played. Okay, so let me just make a small change so we can see the window together. And I will add
Audio is missing.
Audio is missing. Okay, so audio mixer. Now the audio is good. Fair enough. So audio is back and chat is missing. So that's the only problem. Great. But from here now we can, this is the main view.
Right.
But the chat is not scrolling, but it's supposed to scroll. Yeah, Ian Murara says the opening was a bit flimsy. She can win a piece after ED5. Flimsy means that your opening was not good. That's what I'm telling you. You made too many pawn moves. You should have moved and developed your pieces. The same thing that we've discussed and is super important.
I won.
Well, let me tell you what happens. Even Magnus Carlsen was winning a game, he'd done a very good job, then he made a mistake and he won. Your opponent made the worst possible move. but his position was better before you won. I can see how you're smiling. All right, fine. You have to really, okay.
That your hand is cut.
Strengthen your opening play. So Ian Mara is right. The opening wasn't actually best, but your tactical ability is showing now in some areas. Great. So let's have a look at more games. One moment, Hera. One moment. The game has started. All right. Fair enough. Let me just see. So I'm going to exit and allow you to continue.
Okay, I was only supposed to play 2 rounds.
You can play 2.
One is upstairs, I think. You said this was a bad move. Which is what?
I cannot tell you what's happening. It's a tournament game. Yes.
Okay. He has opened for the call. And from here. There.
Yeah. Pay attention, Hera.
No way.
Yes, I am. How did you allow that? The one that came here has moved too.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I saw the queen.
It's okay. All right. That's it, guys. So
Thank you for watching.
we stop this.